The rain hammered against the glass walls of Apex Tower like bullets. Maya Chen stood in the lobby at 2 a.m., her oversized black hoodie soaked through, ripped jeans clinging to her legs, beat-up Converse squeaking against marble floors. Her dark hair stuck to her face in wet strands. She clutched a crumpled eviction notice in one hand and her dying phone in the other. Security guard looked up from his desk. "Miss, we're closed. I need to see someone. Anyone who can help. It's 2 in the morning." Maya's voice cracked. "My brother. He needs dialysis. They're kicking us out tomorrow. Please." The guard's expression softened, but before he could respond, elevator doors slid open behind her. Footsteps echoed across the empty lobby. Sharp. Confident. Expensive. Maya turned. A man walked toward her wearing an all-black suit that probably cost more than her entire year's rent. No tie. Top button undone. Dark hair pushed back, still perfect despite the late hour. His face was all sharp angles and cold authority. Eyes like frozen obsidian. He carried a leather briefcase and moved like he owned the oxygen in the room. He stopped 3 feet away, studying her like she was a problem to solve. "You're Maya Chen." Not a question. A statement. She straightened her spine despite looking like a drowned rat next to his pristine existence. "How do you know my name?" "I know everything worth knowing." His voice was ice-cold and smooth. "Your brother is Eli Chen, 16, kidney failure. You work 3 jobs. Still 7,000 short for his treatment. Eviction notice filed 4 days ago." Maya's stomach dropped. "Who are you?" "Kai Blackwood." The name hit her like a punch. Everyone knew Kai Blackwood. Tech billionaire. 32 years old. Built an empire from nothing. Ruthless. Brilliant. Untouchable. Forbes called him the man without a heart. "What do you want?" she whispered. Kai tilted his head slightly. "I'm about to lose something worth $50 million. You're about to lose your brother. I can solve your problem. You can solve mine. I don't have anything you need." "Wrong." He stepped closer. She could smell his cologne now, something woody and obscenely expensive. "I need a wife. For exactly 72 hours. The lobby spun. "Excuse me?" "My grandfather's will. I inherit his company shares only if I'm married by my birthday. That's in 48 hours. After 3 days, we divorce. I get my inheritance. You get your brother's treatment. Plus 50,000 for your trouble." Maya's laugh came out bitter and sharp. "This is insane. This is business. Why me? You could marry anyone." Something dark flickered across his face. "Because you're desperate enough to say yes. And you're nobody. No connections. No complications. You'll disappear when this is over." The cruelty of his honesty should have made her slap him. Instead, it made her feel seen. No fake sympathy. No performance. Just the brutal truth. "My brother gets treatment first," Maya said, voice steady now. "Before any wedding. Dialysis starts tomorrow morning. Best specialists. Private facility. I'll have the contracts drawn up within the hour. Why do I feel like I'm making a deal with the devil?" Kai's smile was razor-thin and didn't reach his eyes. "Because you are, Maya Chen. Because you are." He pulled out his phone, typed something, then looked at her one more time. Really looked. Like he was memorizing her face for reasons she couldn't understand yet. "A car will pick you up tomorrow at noon. Wear whatever you want. This isn't about romance." He walked past her toward the exit. Maya's voice stopped him. "What aren't you telling me?" Kai paused, rain blurring the glass behind him. When he turned back, his expression was unreadable. Everything that matters. Then he was gone, leaving only the echo of expensive shoes and the feeling that Maya's life had just been pulled into a current she couldn't escape. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number, treatment confirmed. See you tomorrow. Don't be late. Maya stared at the screen, then at the rain-soaked city beyond the glass. What had she just agreed to? The courthouse smelled like old paper and broken promises. Maya stood in the hallway wearing the only dress she owned, a simple navy blue thing she'd worn to job interviews. It had a coffee stain near the hem she'd tried to hide with a safety pin. Her hair was pulled back in a messy bun. No makeup. Just her, raw and exhausted. Eli was already in treatment. She'd visited him that morning at the private facility. Seen the clean room, the advanced equipment, the attentive nurses. He'd smiled at her, actually smiled, for the first time in months. How'd you afford this, Maya? She'd kissed his forehead. Don't worry about it. Just get better. Now she was about to marry a stranger to keep that promise. The courthouse doors opened. Kai appeared in a charcoal gray suit, crisp white shirt, no tie. He looked like he'd stepped out of a magazine ad for watches that cost more than cars. His expression was unreadable as always. You came, he said. Did you think I wouldn't? Most people run when things get real. A woman in a pencil skirt approached them, tablet in hand. Mr. Blackwood, everything's ready. Judge Morrison is waiting. The ceremony took 4 minutes. A sterile room. Fluorescent lights. The judge reading words that should have meant something but felt hollow. Kai's hand was cold when he slipped the ring onto her finger. Simple platinum band. Temporary. Meaningless. You may kiss the bride. Kai's eyes met hers. For 1 second, something human flickered there. Then it was gone. He leaned in, pressed his lips to hers. Brief. Controlled. But Maya felt electricity shoot down her spine anyway. He pulled back quickly, jaw tight. Done, he said to the judge. They signed papers. The woman with the tablet smiled like this was romantic instead of transactional. Then they were walking out into harsh daylight, legally bound to each other. A black car waited at the curb. Driver in a suit. Tinted windows. Where are we going? Maya asked. My place. We need to sell this. Photographers, media, they'll be watching. We have to look convincing for 72 hours. The penthouse was obscene. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Furniture that looked like art installations. Everything white and glass and cold. It felt like a museum, not a home. Maya set her backpack down on the pristine marble floor. It looked pathetic there. Out of place. Like her. There's a bedroom down that hall, Kai said, shrugging off his jacket. Stay out of my office. Don't touch anything expensive. Don't answer the door. Don't post on social media. In 3 days, this ends. You're real warm and fuzzy, you know that? I'm not here to be your friend, Maya. Then what am I here for? Really? Kai poured himself whiskey from a crystal decanter. His movements were sharp, controlled, but she caught the tension in his shoulders. My grandfather built Blackwood Industries from nothing. When he died, he left me everything, but with conditions. Marriage. Stability. Proof I'm not just another rich kid who'll destroy his legacy. He took a drink. I have competitors who want me to fail. Family members who think they deserve the company more. This marriage buys me time. Keeps them quiet. Secures my position. So I'm a prop. You're a solution. Maya walked to the windows, looked down at the city lights. You could have married someone from your world. Someone who fits. I don't trust people from my world. She turned to face him. But you trust me? Kai's laugh was harsh. I trust that you need money enough not to screw me over. That's not trust. That's leverage. The cruelty should have stung. Instead, Maya felt something shift. Because beneath his ice, she recognized something familiar. The same defense mechanism she'd built after years of barely surviving. Walls to keep the world out. You know what I think, she said quietly. I think you're terrified. His expression darkened. Careful. I think something happened that made you like this. And you think pushing everyone away keeps you safe. Kai crossed the room in 3 strides, stopping close enough that she had to tilt her head back to meet his eyes. His presence was overwhelming. Intense. You don't know anything about me. I know you're just as desperate as I am. That's why we're both here. The air between them crackled. His jaw clenched. His eyes searched hers like he was looking for weakness, or maybe truth. Then his phone rang. He stepped back, answered it. What? His whole demeanor changed. Went rigid. When? How did she find out? He hung up, ran a hand through his hair. For the first time, he looked rattled. What's wrong? Maya asked. Kai looked at her, and she saw something new in his eyes. Fear. My ex-fiancée just landed in the city. She knows about the wedding. And she's not the type to let things go. Your ex? Victoria Ashford. We were engaged 2 years ago. I called it off 3 days before the wedding. She's been trying to destroy me ever since. Maya's stomach dropped. Why didn't you mention this before? Because I thought she was in London. I thought we had time. Time for what? Kai's expression was grim. To convince everyone this marriage is real before she exposes it as a sham and destroys everything I've worked for. The elevator dinged. Both of them froze. Someone was coming up. Kai grabbed Maya's hand. Listen to me very carefully. Whatever happens in the next 5 minutes, play along. Do not break character. Our lives depend on it. What? Kai, what's? The elevator doors opened. A woman stepped out. Tall. Blonde. Stunning in a white power suit and red-bottom heels. She looked like a weapon disguised as a person. Her smile was pure venom. Hello, darling, she purred, eyes locked on Kai. Married? How absolutely precious. And who is this little nobody you've dragged into your mess? Kai's hand tightened around Maya's. The game had just changed. Victoria Ashford moved through the penthouse like a predator circling prey. Her Louboutins clicked against marble. Diamond earrings caught the light. Everything about her screamed old money and calculated destruction. So this is your wife. She looked Maya up and down, taking in the coffee-stained dress, the scuffed shoes, the exhaustion. How romantic. A courthouse wedding. No guests. No announcement. Almost like you're hiding something. Kai's voice was steel. Get out, Victoria. Oh, I don't think so. She pulled out her phone, tapped the screen. See, I have a journalist friend at the Tribune. She'd love to hear about Kai Blackwood's sudden, suspicious marriage. Especially after I show her these. She turned the phone toward them. Photos. Kai entering the courthouse. Maya signing papers. Time stamps from earlier that day. Someone had been following them. Maya's blood ran cold. You had us followed? Kai's voice was dangerously quiet. I had you protected, darling. From yourself. Victoria smiled. Your grandfather's will. The 72-hour clause. The inheritance deadline. I know everything. And unless you want the board to know this marriage is a fraud, you'll give me what I want. Which is 40% of your shares. Transfer them to me, and I'll keep quiet. Refuse, and I'll bury you. The silence was suffocating. Maya watched Kai's face, saw the muscle in his jaw tick. This was checkmate. You have 24 hours, Victoria said. Enjoy your fake honeymoon. She left in a cloud of expensive perfume and threats. Maya sank onto the couch. We're screwed. Kai stood frozen by the windows, staring out at the city. No. There's still a way. What way? She has proof. Photos. Witnesses. He turned to face her. We make it real. What? For the next 2 days, we become the most convincing married couple this city has ever seen. Public appearances. Social media. Witnesses who can testify we're legitimate. We bury her accusations under so much evidence that no one believes her. Maya stood. That's insane. People will see through it. Not if we commit. He crossed to her, eyes intense. I need you to trust me. Can you do that? Every instinct screamed no. But she thought of Eli, finally getting treatment. Of the 50,000 that could change their lives. Of the way Kai looked at her now, not like a prop, but like a partner. What do we have to do? Everything couples do. Dinners. Events. Interviews. And we have to sell it. No hesitation. No doubt. Maya took a breath. Okay. But I need something from you first. What? The truth. Why did you really leave Victoria? Kai's expression shuddered. That's not relevant. It is if I'm about to put my life on the line for you. I need to know who I'm really dealing with. For a long moment, he just stared at her. Then something broke. His shoulders sagged. He looked away. She was pregnant. Or so she said. Maya's heart stopped. I was 29. Thought I loved her. We were engaged. Then I found out she'd lied. Faked the pregnancy to trap me. When I confronted her, she laughed. Said it was just business. That love was for poor people. The pain in his voice was raw. Real. This wasn't the ice-cold billionaire. This was someone who'd been destroyed. I called off the wedding. She's been trying to ruin me ever since. That's who Victoria is. A monster in designer clothes. Maya stepped closer. I'm sorry. Don't be. It taught me the most important lesson. Never trust anyone. Never let them in. Is that why you're like this? Why you're so cold? His eyes met hers. Being cold keeps you alive, Maya. Caring gets you killed. She reached out, took his hand. He flinched but didn't pull away. You're wrong. Being cold just makes you dead inside. For a moment, something shifted between them. The air felt charged. Dangerous. Like standing on the edge of a cliff. Then Kai's phone buzzed. He pulled away, checked it. His face went pale. What now? He showed her the screen. A news alert. Billionaire Kai Blackwood's secret wedding, gold digger or true love? Below it, photos of them at the courthouse. Speculation. Comments already flooding in. It started, Kai said. Victoria leaked it. Maya's phone rang. Unknown number. She answered. Maya? A voice she barely recognized. Panicked. Young. Eli? There are people here. Reporters. They're asking about you and some billionaire. They're trying to get into my room. Maya, what's happening? Horror flooded through her. I'm coming. Right now. She hung up, grabbed her backpack. I have to go. They're harassing my brother. I'll come with you. No. You'll make it worse. Just stay here. She was halfway to the elevator when Kai called out. Maya, wait. She turned. He stood in the middle of his perfect penthouse, looking suddenly lost. I'm sorry. I didn't think she'd go after Eli. I didn't think. You didn't think at all. You just wanted to win. Maya's voice cracked. I should have known. People like you don't care who gets hurt as long as you get what you want. That's not fair. Isn't it? You used me. Bought me. And now my little brother is terrified because of your drama. The elevator doors opened. Maya stepped in, watched Kai's face as the doors closed. He looked shattered. Good, she thought. Let him feel something for once. The facility was chaos. Cameras. Reporters. Security trying to control the crowd. Maya pushed through, found Eli's room. A nurse had locked the door from inside. Her brother sat on the bed, pale and shaking. Hey, it's okay. Maya hugged him. I'm here. What's going on? Why are they saying you married a billionaire? It's complicated. Did you do this for me? For the treatment? She couldn't lie to him. Yes. Eli pulled back, tears in his eyes. Maya, no. You can't sacrifice yourself for me. You're my brother. I'd do anything. Even marry someone you don't love? She didn't answer. Couldn't. A knock on the door. The nurse opened it a crack. Miss Chen? There's someone here to see you. Maya's stomach dropped. Victoria? The press? But when the door opened fully, it was Kai. He'd changed into a simple black t-shirt and jeans. No suit. No armor. He looked almost human. In his hands was a teddy bear and flowers. Hi, he said quietly to Eli. I'm Kai. I wanted to apologize for the circus outside. It's my fault. But I promise, I'm going to fix it. Eli stared at him. You're the guy who married my sister? Yeah. I know it sounds crazy. But I care about her. A lot. And I'm going to make sure you both are safe. That's a promise. The sincerity in his voice caught Maya off guard. Was he acting? Or was this real? Kai turned to her. There's a car outside. Back entrance. We're getting you both out of here. Somewhere private. Somewhere safe. Why should I trust you? His eyes held hers. Because despite what you think, I'm not a monster. And I'm starting to realize that pushing people away hasn't kept me safe. It's just kept me alone. Something in Maya's chest cracked open. Maybe he was lying. Maybe this was just another move in his game. But when she looked at him standing there, vulnerable and raw, she wanted to believe. Okay, she whispered. But if you hurt him, I'll destroy you myself. Kai smiled. A real smile. Small but genuine. Deal. They made it to the car. The driver pulled away from the chaos. Maya sat between Kai and Eli, heart pounding. Her phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. She opened it. And her blood turned to ice. A photo. Kai and Victoria. Last night. In a hotel lobby. Standing close. His hand on her arm. The timestamp, 11:47 p.m. 3 hours before he'd proposed to Maya. Below it, a message, still think he's your hero? He's been playing you from the start. Ask him about the real reason he needed a wife. Ask him about the accident. See if he tells the truth. Maya looked at Kai. He was staring out the window, jaw tight. Kai. He turned. Saw her phone. Saw the photo. His face went white. Maya, I can explain. But she already knew. She'd just married a man who'd lied about everything. The safe house was a cabin 2 hours outside the city. Wood floors. Stone fireplace. Windows overlooking dark forest. Eli fell asleep in one of the bedrooms, exhausted from the chaos. That left Maya and Kai alone in the living room, the photo burning between them like evidence at a crime scene. Talk, Maya said. Her voice was quiet but deadly. Right now. Or I walk out that door and you never see me again. Kai stood by the fireplace, still in his black t-shirt and jeans. He looked human like this. Breakable. He ran a hand through his hair, took a breath. The photo is real. I met with Victoria last night. Maya's chest tightened. Why? She contacted me a week ago. Said she had information about the accident. About what really happened. What accident? Kai closed his eyes. When he opened them, they were haunted. 3 years ago, my younger sister died. Car crash. She was driving home from my birthday party. I'd had too much to drink, and she offered to take me home. I said no. Told her I'd call a car. She left anyway. 30 minutes later, I got the call. His voice cracked. Maya stayed silent, let him continue. The police said it was an accident. Wet roads. She lost control. But Victoria reached out last week and said she had proof it wasn't. Said someone tampered with the brakes. That my sister was murdered because of me. Because of business rivals who wanted to hurt me. The room felt too small. Too heavy. She said she'd give me the evidence if I met with her. So I did. I went to that hotel. She showed me nothing. Just wanted to see if I'd come running. It was a setup. She took that photo to use against me later. Maya's anger wavered. Why didn't you tell me this from the beginning? Because I don't talk about it. Ever. My sister's death broke me, Maya. I built walls so high nobody could reach me. I became cold because caring about people got her killed. And then you showed up, desperate and real, and I saw a way to solve my problem without risking anything. Except you did risk something, Maya said. You risked me. I know. He moved closer. And I'm sorry. I thought I could control this. Keep it transactional. But then you looked at me like I was still human, and I started to remember what that felt like. Don't do that. Don't make this about feelings when you've been lying to me. I haven't lied about everything. The marriage, the inheritance, the timeline, that's all real. What I lied about was why I chose you specifically. Maya's stomach dropped. What do you mean? Kai pulled out his phone, opened a file. Showed her. A background check. Her name. Her history. But also something else. A photo of her from 2 years ago at a hospital fundraiser. She'd volunteered there, serving food to donors. In the background of the photo, partially visible, was a young woman. Beautiful. Smiling. Kai's sister. You were there, he said. The night of the fundraiser where I met Sarah for the last time. I saw you in the background of this photo 6 months ago when I was going through her things. You probably don't even remember, but you helped her when she spilled wine on her dress. You gave her your jacket. Made her laugh. Tears burned Maya's eyes. I remember. She was kind. We talked for like 5 minutes. She mentioned you to me that night. Said she met someone real. Someone who didn't want anything from her. I didn't think about it again until I saw this photo. And when I needed someone I could trust, someone who wouldn't have ulterior motives, I thought of you. Maya's world tilted. So what? You've been watching me for 6 months. I had my people check on you. Saw your situation with Eli. Your jobs. Your eviction notice. I knew you'd say yes because you had no choice. And I knew I could trust you because Sarah trusted you. It was manipulation. Calculated and cold. But underneath it, Maya heard something else. Grief. Desperation. A broken man trying to hold on to the last piece of his sister by trusting the last person she'd trusted. That's really messed up, Kai. I know. You used me because your dead sister liked me. I chose you because she saw something in you worth believing in. And I needed to believe in something again. The fire crackled. Outside, wind moved through trees. Maya's hands shook. Victoria's message mentioned an accident. What does she really know? Kai's jaw tightened. If she has proof my sister was murdered, and I don't comply with her demands, she'll release it. The scandal will destroy the company. The board will force me out. Everything my grandfather and Sarah believed in will be gone. So you lose either way. Unless we can prove Victoria's lying. That there is no evidence. That she's been manipulating me all along. How do we do that? There's a gala tomorrow night. The Blackwood Foundation annual event. Victoria will be there. She'll make her move publicly, try to humiliate me in front of investors and press. But if we show up together, united, and I call her bluff in front of everyone, she'll have to produce the evidence or admit she's been lying. Maya shook her head. That's a massive gamble. It's the only play we have left. She walked to the window, pressed her forehead against cold glass. What if she does have proof? What if your sister really was murdered? Then I'll burn down everyone responsible. His voice went dark. Dangerous. But I need to know the truth first. And I need you with me to face it. Maya turned. Why me? You could hire bodyguards, lawyers, anyone. Kai crossed the room until he was close enough to touch. Because you're the only person who's seen past the walls and didn't run. You're the only one who called me out for being terrified. You're real, Maya. And I'm so tired of fake. The air between them hummed. His eyes held hers, and for the first time, she saw everything. The grief. The fear. The desperate hope that maybe, just maybe, he didn't have to do this alone. If I do this, she whispered, if I stand with you tomorrow, it can't be fake anymore. I can't pretend. I know. So what is this? What are we really doing here? Kai reached out, tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. His touch was gentle. Uncertain. Like he'd forgotten how to be soft with another person. I don't know. But I want to find out. Maya's breath caught. This was the turning point. The moment she could walk away or fall forward into something terrifying and real. She thought of Eli sleeping in the next room. Of the life she'd always struggled through alone. Of Kai's broken eyes and the way he looked at her like she was the only solid thing in his collapsing world. Okay, she said. We do this together. But Kai? Yeah. If you lie to me again, I'm gone. For real. No second chances. Deal. He pulled her close. Not a kiss. Just a forehead pressed to hers. A moment of connection. Of two damaged people deciding to trust each other despite every reason not to. Then Maya's phone buzzed. Both of them froze. Another message. Another photo. This one was different. A document. Legal. Official. And as Maya read it, her blood turned cold. It was a contract. Dated 3 weeks ago. Between Kai Blackwood and Victoria Ashford. Terms: Kai would marry a suitable candidate within the required timeline. Victoria would receive 20% of shares plus a board position. In exchange, she would publicly support the marriage and ensure no challenges to his inheritance. But there was a clause at the bottom. A clause that made Maya's hands shake. In the event the marriage is discovered to be fraudulent, all assets transfer to Victoria Ashford. Candidate must be unaware of this agreement to maintain legal standing. Maya looked up at Kai. His face had gone white. "Tell me this isn't real," she whispered. His silence was the answer. "You made a deal with her. Before you even met me. This whole thing, it was planned. I was never supposed to know." "Maya, listen. You set me up. You used me as bait in your game with her." "No, it's not like that." "Then what is it like, Kai?" "Because from where I'm standing, you've been playing me from the start. And the second she proves this marriage is fake, you both win and I lose everything." Tears streamed down her face. Not from sadness. From rage. "I trusted you. I know. And I swear, that contract was before I knew you. Before any of this. I was going to tear it up. I was." "Stop lying." Her voice broke. "Just stop. I'm done." She grabbed her jacket, headed for the door. "Where are you going?" "Back to the city. To get my brother. And then we're disappearing. You and Victoria can destroy each other for all I care." "Maya, please." She spun around. "You want to know the saddest part? I was actually starting to care about you. I thought maybe underneath all the ice, there was someone worth saving. But you're just like Victoria. Just another rich person who uses people and throws them away." The words hit him like bullets. She saw it in his face. The way he flinched. The way something inside him shattered. "You're wrong," he said quietly. "I'm worse than her. Because she's honest about being a monster. I pretended I could be something else." Maya's hand was on the doorknob when Kai's phone rang. He answered it, and the color drained from his face. "What? When?" "I'm on my way." He looked at Maya, and she saw pure terror. "It's Eli. He's gone." Maya's world stopped. "What do you mean gone?" Kai was already moving, grabbing keys, pulling on his jacket. "Security just called. They found his room empty. Window open. No sign of forced entry. He left on his own." "That's impossible. He's sick. He can't just." Her phone buzzed. Text from Eli. "I heard everything. I know about the contract. About Victoria. I can't let you sacrifice yourself for me anymore. I'm fixing this. Don't look for me. I love you." Panic flooded through her. "No, no, no. Eli, what did you do?" Kai was already out the door. Maya ran after him, jumped into the car. They tore down the dark road back to the city, neither speaking. Maya's mind raced. Where would he go? What was he planning? Then it hit her. The gala. Tomorrow night. Victoria would be there. "He's going to the gala," Maya said. "He's going to confront Victoria himself." Kai's hands tightened on the wheel. "That's suicide. She'll destroy him. Then we get there first. We end this tonight." They made it back to the city by midnight. The Blackwood Foundation Gala was being held at the Grand Marquis Hotel. Kai made calls, pulled strings. By 1 a.m., they were inside the empty ballroom where tomorrow's event would happen. Crystal chandeliers. White tablecloths. A stage set for speeches. It looked beautiful and cold. "He's not here," Maya said, voice breaking. "Where is he?" "Maya." Kai pointed to the stage. A laptop sat open on the podium. Screen glowing. A video file queued up, ready to play. And next to it, a note in Eli's handwriting. "I found the truth. Play this tomorrow. It'll set you free." Maya's hands shook as she clicked play. The video was security footage. Grainy but clear. A parking garage. 3 years ago, based on the timestamp. A car. Kai's sister getting in. But before she drove away, someone approached. A figure in a dark coat. They exchanged words. The figure handed her something. Then walked away. The camera angle shifted. Showed the figure's face clearly. Victoria. Maya's stomach dropped. She was there. "The night your sister died." Kai's face was white. "Keep watching." The footage jumped forward. The crash. Aftermath. Police. But then another clip. Victoria in a different parking garage, weeks later, meeting with a man. Money exchanging hands. And audio, tinny but audible. Victoria's voice, the brakes worked perfectly. "No one will ever know. And Kai will spend the rest of his life blaming himself." The man, "What about the evidence?" Victoria, "There is no evidence. I made it up. But he doesn't know that. I'll use his guilt to control him forever." The video ended. Silence crashed over them. "She killed Sarah," Kai whispered. His voice was broken. "Destroyed. She murdered my sister to control me. And I've been letting her manipulate me for 3 years." Maya grabbed his hand. "Kai, I'm so sorry. Eli found this." "But how? Where?" Another text from Eli. "Victoria keeps backups of everything in a cloud drive. I'm good with computers. Figured if she was blackmailing you, she'd keep proof somewhere." I was right. "But Maya, she knows I have it now. She's coming for me. I'm at the old dock warehouse on 5th. Come alone or she'll delete everything." "It's a trap," Maya said. "I don't care." Kai was already moving. "I'm ending this tonight." They reached the warehouse at 2 a.m. Abandoned. Windows broken. The smell of rust and river water. Inside, a single light burned in the center of the space. Eli sat in a chair under it, laptop on his knees. He looked terrified but determined. And standing behind him, in a black coat and heels, was Victoria. In her hand, a gun. "Right on time," she purred. "I knew the sick kid would make perfect bait." Maya stepped forward. "Let him go. This is between you and Kai." "Oh, honey. This stopped being about Kai the second you got involved. See, I was going to let this play out. Take my shares, ruin his reputation, move on. But then you showed up. And he started looking at you like you mattered. That changed things." Kai's voice was ice. "Put the gun down, Victoria." "Or what? You'll call the police? With what evidence? That video?" She laughed. "Eli here is smart. But not smart enough to realize I have remote access to that laptop. One click and everything deletes. Forever." "You killed Sarah," Kai said. Rage vibrated through every word. "You murdered an innocent person because you couldn't handle rejection. I removed an obstacle. Sarah made you soft. Caring. Weak. I needed you cold and focused. Needed you to push everyone away so when I came back, you'd have no one else. You're insane. I'm strategic." She pressed the gun to Eli's head. He flinched. Now here's what's going to happen. You're going to transfer 60% of your shares to me. You're going to publicly divorce this little nobody. And you're going to spend the rest of your life knowing I own you. Or I kill the kid, delete the evidence, and disappear. Your choice. Maya's heart hammered. This was it. The moment where everything collapsed or somehow held. Kai looked at her. Really looked. And in his eyes, she saw something that broke her. Love. Real and terrified and desperate. Do it, Maya said. Give her the shares. Save Eli. Maya, no. He's 16. He has his whole life ahead of him. I won't let him die for this. Eli's voice cracked. Maya, don't. You can't give up everything for me. Watch me. Kai pulled out his phone. I'll transfer the shares. Let him go first. Victoria smiled. Oh, Kai. You really think I'm that stupid? No, a new voice said from the shadows. But we think you're that arrogant. Lights flooded the warehouse. Police poured in from every entrance. Leading them was a woman in a federal badge. Victoria Ashford, you're under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder, extortion, and about 15 other charges. Victoria's face went white. What? No. This isn't. The female agent gestured to the rafters. Hidden cameras. Recording everything. Thanks for the confession. We've been building a case against you for months. Securities fraud. Corporate espionage. But we could never get solid evidence. Until tonight. Kai stepped forward. I contacted them yesterday. After I saw that contract. I realized you'd never stop. So I gave them everything. Bank records. Communications. And when Eli texted about the warehouse, I knew it was the perfect setup. Victoria's gun clattered to the floor. Officers surrounded her. As they cuffed her, she looked at Kai with pure hatred. You'll regret this. No, he said quietly. I regret ever loving you. I regret not seeing what you were. But turning you in? That I'll never regret. They took her away. Eli jumped up from the chair, ran to Maya. She caught him, held him tight. You're okay. We're okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to help. You did, you brave idiot. You found the truth. The lead agent approached Kai. We'll need statements from all of you. But Mr. Blackwood, I want you to know your sister's case is being reopened. Victoria will face justice for what she did. Kai nodded, unable to speak. As the police cleared out, Maya, Kai, and Eli stood in the empty warehouse. Dawn light started creeping through broken windows. So what now? Maya asked. Kai looked at her. Exhausted. Broken. But somehow lighter than she'd ever seen him. Now I stop running. Stop hiding. I sell the company shares, set up a foundation in Sarah's name. Use the money to actually help people instead of just hoarding it. And us? He smiled. Small but real. That depends. Are you still my wife? Legally, yes. For like another 12 hours. What if I don't want an annulment? Maya's heart stopped. Kai. I know this started as a transaction. I know I lied and manipulated and hurt you. But somewhere between the courthouse and here, I fell in love with you. Real love. The kind that terrifies me because I actually have something to lose again. Tears burned her eyes. You can't just say that and expect. I don't expect anything. I'm just telling you the truth. For once. Completely. He took her hand. I love you, Maya Chen. And if you give me a chance, a real chance, I'll spend the rest of my life proving I'm worth the risk. Eli whispered, say yes. He literally just took down a murderer for you. Maya laughed through tears. Looked at this broken billionaire who'd learned to feel again. This cold man who'd melted. This stranger who'd become the most important person in her world. Okay, she said. But we're doing this right. Dating. Actual dates. Getting to know each other without contracts or deadlines or evil exes. Deal. He pulled her close. Kissed her. Soft and careful and full of promise. When they broke apart, the sun was rising over the city. 6 months later, Maya stood in a community center wearing jeans and a hoodie, helping kids with their homework. Eli sat across the room, healthy and laughing, teaching a coding class. The medical bills were paid. Their apartment was safe. Life was stable. Her phone buzzed. Text from Kai, dinner tonight? I promise not to propose marriage within 60 seconds of meeting you. She smiled. Texted back, only if you wear something other than a suit for once. Counter offer, I wear the suit. You wear that navy dress. We recreate our first meeting but with better circumstances. You're ridiculous. You love it. And the truth was, she did. Kai had kept his promise. Sold his controlling shares. Built a foundation that funded medical care for families like hers. They took things slow. Learned each other. Fought and made up. He taught her that having money didn't mean losing yourself. She taught him that being vulnerable wasn't the same as being weak. They got married again a year later. A real wedding this time. Small ceremony. Eli as the officiant. No contracts. No deadlines. Just two broken people who'd found each other in the dark and decided to build something real in the light. Because sometimes the coldest hearts just need someone brave enough to hold them until they remember how to beat. The end.